y'all. It's time to get to today's game review. Yep, I got the latest edition of Nintendo Power, so today's game I want to review on is a game that a lot of people criticize for being not so good, and I've only seen like a couple of reviews on YouTube, so I'm gonna state my opinion. And the game, of course, is called Clay Fighter 63 1/3 for the Nintendo 64. Clay Fighter originally started as a two-parter for the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Genesis back in the day. And then when the 64 came out, they obviously put out their installation on it. So what makes this game not so good to some people is, well, obviously there's not really much depth to the game, but even the characters themselves, they're very humorous. The characters are very funny, and the personalities are over the top, and the moves to everything. The game was released in 1997, and at the time I was 12 years old, and me and my cousin, when we would play this game together, we just laughed our asses off because they were just so funny. Well, at least to our opinion anyway. So let's just see what makes this game bad. And we're gonna play it on the Nintendo 64. So if you may direct your attentions to the television set, we'll play this game. Let's get this thing up a little bit, elevate it a little bit. There we go. Need some more. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's fucking shit. Alright, let's get to the game. Fucking, I swear to God, my 64 is starting to become like the regular Nintendo. Alright, here we go. Direct your attention to the TV. And let's take the lights off. Play Clay Fighter 63 1/3. So let's start the game. Here we got Bad Mr. Frosty, who's a bad Mr. Frosty, snowman. And we got Blob, who's a green blob, he looks like Mr. Big Head. And we got Bonker, who's a crazy ass clown. We got Hogan, I won't call him, he's a witch doctor. There's T-Hoppy, who's a bunny version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Kung Pao, he's a misunderstood chef, martial artist. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and they have a timer on this thing, so you gotta be quick to select the character. And we got Taffy, who's a crazy ass Laffy Taffy humanoid. And Earthworm Jim, we all know who he is, so we can skip him. And Ikibai Clay, who was rejected from the second series, Clay Fighter 2's Judgment Clay, so he's back in this to get his revenge. And they got 3 hidden characters at the bottom as well that you gotta unlock or put in the cheat code. So let's take a look at the game. I'm picking Earthworm Jim, and they randomly select you a character to fight. So, oh, we're gonna fight Ikibai Clay. Okay, let's get into the fight. And for its time, the graphics look kinda primitive. But back in the day, these were like state of the art graphics. I'm not really a fan of Ikibai Clay either, and I can obviously see why he was rejected from. Yeah, and they have some crazy ass voice acting as well. And from what I've read, 5 of the voice actors from this game were from Animaniacs, like Rob Paulson and a few others, especially the voice actors for Wacko and Dot. Fuck it. And they also have Charlie Adler, who plays the final boss, Dr. Kiln. Die, you bitch. Alright, you dead. Yep, you're gone. That's pretty much the game. And the hidden characters on the game are, let's check it out. I'll show y'all them. Got Sumo Santa, who's a Santa Claus sumo fighter. He's funny as fuck. The final boss, Dr. Kiln, he's a crazy-ass scientist, and he's voiced by Charlie Adler. And Booger Man, as we all know who he is. But other than them characters and the game modes to this game, there's not really much to it, you know? And for its time, like I said, it's a very humorous game, but in the long run, there's not really much you can do with the game other than just play it for a while, then replay it again like a long time later, because the game does get old after a while, like especially trying to pull off some moves for different characters and just hearing their voices and all. It's like, overall, the game is entertaining for a short term, like for like a weekend rental, but as being compared to like games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all of them, I wouldn't recommend comparing that game to them. But it is very humorous though. I give this game, well, I will give it like a 2 out of 5. It's good for rental, but it's not good for a long run. Humorous, yes. Entertaining, kinda, to some nostalgic fans, but as a game as a whole, it's mediocre at best. So that's my take on Clay Fighter 63 and a third. It's not a horrible game, it's just mediocre. Check you out later.